What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday Night Football. Buckle up, everybody. Commanders and Bears. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who are your favorite plays for tonight's slate. And finally, shout out to Prize Picks, the presenting sponsor of this video. If you click on the link in the description, head on over to Prize Picks, make a deposit. They will match that deposit up to $100. You don't need an optimizer there. You're picking player props, taking over-unders, put together 5-on-1 card. You'll net up to 10x your entry fee. Now, we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with J.D. McKissic, Brian Robinson, Terry McLaurin, the Commanders defense, and Darnell Mooney on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, tied with Mooney, we've got the Bears D. They are $4,000, projected for 8 fantasy points. The Bears are 1-point dogs right now to the Commanders, 38-point total. This one's going to just be pretty gross. We've had a lot of really gross showdown slates as of late. I have a feeling this one's going to line up and just kind of do the same thing. 4% chance that the Bears defense scores 30 fantasy points. Keep an eye on that one. 7% chance that you can get the Bears D optimal at the captain spot, plus another 34% at the flex. They just look like a really nice way to pay down. I think that 4K salary is really good. I don't like taking defenses, but 4K for the Bears in this scoring environment makes them a top 5 play. Now we take a pretty sizable step up in tier to number 4. We go to Curtis Samuel. He's 8,200, projected for a little over 12 fantasy points. As I mentioned before, Commanders, slight favorites, 38-point total. You're not expecting a ton of offense, but this price tag works for Samuel. 8% chance that he goes for more than 30, so not the biggest ceiling in the world, but a little bit. 13% chance that he's optimal at the captain, plus another 39% at the flex. That's 52. He hit, I did a decent coin flip motion there. He hits the coin flip spot more than 50% of the time. He is in the optimal lineup. I think this is very interesting. We see a very clear line drawn in the sand right between 4 and 5. Curtis Samuel looking good. And we take another giant step up in tier to number 3, and now we're going to Carson Wentz. Obviously a decent pairing with Curtis Samuel. 10,600, projected for a little over 15 fantasy points. Wentz has been, he's definitely been this season. 5% chance to go for more than 30. 11% likelihood to be your optimal captain. However, 53% chance that he is optimal at the flex. That's where it starts to get interesting. Because of the way this slate is set up, because of the possible paydown options that are out there, guys like Wentz, even at that price tag, are very, very easy to get into a flex spot. So while he might not be the captain all that frequently, you're going to need Carson Wentz a lot, 64% of the time, in fact. Slightly ahead of Carson Wentz at number 2, we've got David Montgomery, 10,400, so very comparable, projected for 15.4 fantasy points. Bears are the dogs here, but we know that David Montgomery is sort of the key to the Bears, most of the key to the Bears offense, at least half of the key. We'll get to the number 1 guy in a bit. Montgomery was a little slow getting back last week. I'm hoping this week looks a little bit better. 10% chance for Montgomery to score 30 fantasy points, 15% chance that he is your optimal captain, plus another 54% at the flex. Keep in mind, that 54% at the flex is more than Curtis Samuel gets for everything. That's how good these top 3 plays really look. I love going to Montgomery. I love going to Wentz. Be aware, though, once I show this number 1 guy and the odds, you're still only likely to get 2 of those top 3. DFS is hard. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, like, subscribe, notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who are your favorite plays, and then go sign up at Prize Picks. There is a link in the description of this video. In at number 1, not very surprising, that's Justin Fields. He's 10K, projected for 16.5 fantasy points. While the Bears are dogs, you know Fields can do a little bit of this one on the ground, and that's what's really helping him out here. 11% chance he can score 30, but the price tag is the key. 21% chance that he is your optimal captain. The fact that he's just cheaper than Montgomery and Wentz is very interesting. 55% chance as well to get in the flex. Fields just sneaking in 3/4 of the time. Justin Fields is in the optimal lineup very easily. Today's #1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday Night Football, Commanders and Bears. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.